Hello chess lovers, welcome to my channel. So this is my first chess channel on YouTube ever, and I'll be posting videos related to chess in this channel. My name is Amartyo Chatterjee and I'm from India. Vishwanathan Anand, the legend in chess, is my idol. So I thought about starting my chess channel with one of his famous chess game that he played against another chess legend, Garry Kasparov, in the World Chess Championship match 1995. So, without further ado, let's start with the game. Here Anand started this game with e4, c5 by Kasparov. Sicilian defense is on the board. Knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight to f6, knight to c3, and a6. So the knight of variational Sicilian defense has been played. Bishop to e2, e6, castle, bishop to e7, and a4, just preventing b5, knight to c6. So these are all just standard stuffs, and all the players are just developing their pieces. Bishop to e3, castle by Kasparov, and a very aggressive move by Anand, f4. And queen to c7 by Kasparov, and king to h1 by Anand. So this is a kind of a prophylactic move where it is said that when the position is Sicilian and your opponent is having a dark squared bishop and your king still is on h1 and f4 is played, so always move your king into the light squared, and so that in order to be safe from any kind of nasty discoveries and nasty threats. So king to h1 is played, rook to e8 and bishop to f3, bishop to d7 and knight to b3 by Anand. So knight to a5 by Kasparov, knight captures on a5, queen captures on a5, so the queen can also keep an eye on the d5 square. And it is also said that when you are playing Sicilian defense with the black pieces, so your target should always be to execute d5. If you can execute d5, your position will be excellent and very much aggressive. So Kasparov was also trying to execute d5 on the board. So queen to a5. After queen to a5, queen to d3 by Anand, and rook a goes to d8 by Kasparov, indirectly supporting this pawn and also planning to play bishop to f6 and followed by d5 in the future. So rook f to d1 by Anand and bishop to c6 as planned. And now Anand doesn't want Kasparov to play d5, so I would like you all to pause this video and find out what Anand played here in order to prevent Kasparov from executing d5. Well, I'll give you a couple of seconds. So are you ready? Here Vishwanathan Anand played b4. So the problem is that if black captures this pawn, for example, if black plays queen captures on b4, then rook to b1 is extremely strong, because after queen to a5, white is having bishop to b6, which can fork the queen and the rook, so black is definitely losing an exchange and most probably the game. So Kasparov cannot take this pawn. Queen to c7 was played by Kasparov, and now another aggressive move, b5. Look at this, all the pieces, all the black pieces are going back one after another into black's pavilion. So after b5, bishop to d7 and rook a goes to b1. A captures on b5, knight captures on b5, bishop captures, and queen captures on b5. So here preparing a queen rook battery and attacking b7. So here Kasparov played rook to a8. Okay, so he said, okay, you grab my b7 pawn, I will trade the queens and I will grab your a4 pawn instead. So c4 by Anand, and e5 by Kasparov, bishop to b6 by Anand, queen to c8, and f captures on e5, d captures on e5. And now it's very much childish that if Anand captures this e5 pawn, for example, if Anand plays queen captures on e5, there are very much threats. Kasparov can take this pawn. Even there are some discoveries, like if the bishop moves the queen and this pawn will be attacked twice. For example, if black plays bishop to f8, so the queen should move, and the queen should move to the b5 square and e4 square, and e4 pawn is attacked twice by the knight as well as the rook. So taking this pawn will be very much childish. So after d captures on e5, a5 by Anand, and the bishop to f8, just supporting this pawn. So h3 by Anand, just preparing escape route for his king, and queen to e6 by Kasparov. And now I will again want you all to pause this video and find out what Anand played here, and I'll give you a couple of seconds. In here, the Indian chess legend played very aggressively rook to d5, and with the idea that if knight captures on d5, which was played in the game, Anand replied with e captures on d5. Okay, so Anand is down in exchange, but Anand, these three pass pawns are just monsters, and also Anand have the bishop, and have the bishop pair. And also the f3 light squared bishop is playing in the long diagonal, slicing the board into half. So all in all, it's a very good position for Anand. So after e captures on d5, queen to g6 was played, and now c5, e4 by Kasparov, just attacking the bishop and also pushing the pass pawn. So bishop to e2 by Anand, and rook to e5. Queen to d7 by Anand, just supporting the d5 pawn, and also just attacking b7 pawn. So rook to g5 by Kasparov. Here Anand played rook to g1, just supporting this g2 pawn and being safe from any kind of threats. So after rook to g1, e3 was played, and queen captures on e3 was played, and here, sorry about that, Anand played d6. So this cementing this bishop. This bishop is totally cemented because this bishop has nowhere to go. e7 square has been taken by d6 pawn, and after d6, Kasparov played rook to g3, and queen captures on b7. The problem is that black cannot save this rook, because if black moves like rook to e8, which is the only square left for this rook, white can play a6, a7, and a8, preparing the queen. Also, this bishop can act like bishop to b5, and from there it can go to c6 and hit this rook. So all in all, it's a winning position for white, and black cannot save this rook. So here Kasparov tried his luck, playing queen to e6 to bring his queen to the e8 square, and here Anand plays king to e2, and believe it or not, it was in this position that the chess legend Garry Kasparov resigned the game, and a crushing victory for Viswanathan Anand. Here he resigned because this position is totally lost for him. All these three monster pass pawns, and with the bishop pair, Anand is definitely going to win. Here Kasparov is losing materials, Kasparov is losing one of his rooks. So totally a winning position for Anand. And this is my first chess channel ever, so please subscribe it and support me. And I'll be posting videos related to chess, and also I will analyze some games here. So this is pretty much it. Okay, thank you for watching.